And we're happy to welcome Todd Selby, Executive Director of the Fiscal, Economic and Statistical Analysis Branch of the Finance and Treasury Board at GNB. Todd will be discussing the use of dashboards to present economic and social indicators in New Brunswick. And this gentleman, having worked with him, saved my bacon many times in government. So welcome, Todd Selby, with all the goods on dashboards.
Okay, thank you very much. Asking an economist to come up here and talk for 8 minutes on something where I could take this one slide and talk for 8 minutes. I won't do that. I will be very, very quick and efficient, and kind of walk you through some of the things that we've been doing. J'espère que c'est informatif. One aspect that I should mention as well is, as part of my side job, I also have another title. I'm also the director of the New Brunswick Statistics Agency. So for those of you in GNB who don't know that there is a New Brunswick Statistics Agency, there is. Hi. I represent probably about 20% of it. My team, I also have them as well that work very closely on that. What it also means as well is we're the key focal point with StatsCan. So StatsCan is looking for something, don't know where to go, they'll come to me. You're looking for something, you don't know where to go with StatsCan, you come to our team and whatnot. We take it from there. Alors, j'ai dit que ma présentation sera bilingue. Alors, ici, c'est le contenu qui est bilingue. I do know over the last couple of days the vast majority of this has been English, so I'll probably stick mostly to English. Some of the things we're talking about, why the dashboards, how we developed it, digital transformation team, I'm looking at you guys. You're a very key aspect of that as well. Some of the features, some of the resourcing that we've actually done to get there. So, this is one way of kind of putting it. Realistically speaking, what it really boiled down to is, for those of you who know who my previous deputy minister was, it was really a terse one-line email. I want to do this, and it was a link to Manitoba. So if anybody from Manitoba here, thanks, you created a lot of work for me, but it certainly was very good. But really what it boils down to is, we're talking about open data, but the problem is we're drowning in it. There's just way, way, way too much, so much there. StatsCan alone, over 12,000 tables that we could look at. So what we're trying to do here is we're really trying to get down to some of the items that may be of interest to New Brunswickers, trying to kind of parse through all that detailed information and give them something that maybe is more focused on New Brunswick. Think about it from the perspective of those 12,308 tables. They all have multiple variables covering the entire country. We're talking about tens of thousands of variables that are there, millions of data points, and all you want to know is how many households are in New Brunswick, what's the level of employment in New Brunswick, that sort of thing. So this is where we kind of go. This is where we kind of come in and try to provide some support. These tables are also updated at varying times. Is it monthly, is it quarterly, is it weekly, is it annually, semi-annual, or quarterly, occasional, and which data series should I use? So that's why we kind of tried to do some things here. Really what it boils down to is my team, through, as a result of the direction from the Deputy Minister, thank you. I really appreciate having this guy right here. This guy is, I think, next to Nicole, who's keeping everything moving. This guy here, keeping me moving too, is very, very helpful. It was my team, the FTB Digital Transformation Team. We're a bunch of economists. We know data. We know how to present the technical data. The digital transformation team, they knew how to get it up there, and their processes were absolutely invaluable, made for a much better product. I think we might have had a few arguments, Emil, along the way, just a couple, but it ultimately led to a much better product. Them, through doing some of the focus groups, helped us refine what we're doing. Looking at it, testing it from the perspective of what chart library. I didn't even know chart libraries existed heading into this process and whatnot. So just some of those technical aspects that they navigated through really, really helped make this very much a success. So some of the things that we did. This was the very first one. We did it probably just prior to COVID. 26 key economic indicators. So this is me again 30-odd years of doing economics, and coming up with here are some high-level things that I think people will be interested in and whatnot. Tested it again through the digital transformation team. Believe me, people want it way more than what we felt we could provide. Look at population, labor, consumers, economic accounts. Economic accounts, by the way, that's Economist Christmas, comes out in early November. Business indicators, construction, again, monthly, annual, quarterly, you name it. So we did 5-year trends, and I quite like the chart there in the middle with the employment, and you can see COVID, right? What happened there is that one blip dropped and away you go. But what we also did, though, is we tried to kind of improve some of the literacy, explaining in a very brief way what it is they're looking at, where can you get the data, and some value add in terms of what the actual level is, what the percent change is. But I guess one of the key pieces as well is there's that direct link through to StatsCan to give you the data that you want. Now, how do I know this was being used? Is because when we were coming early days of COVID, we got called back to the office. Within a week, we had a media report, or a reporter calling, what about your dashboard? How come that's not being updated? It's like, we've been out of the office, we didn't have the tools, it's being updated. It turned out that it was a non-story, but it was a question of, you've got this new tool, why aren't you using it? It also meant that we pretty quickly were getting calls for more information. And that gets into our well-being indicators. This is one that's it's not updated quite as frequently. We had to make some very key decisions. There's the thematic areas that we did touch on. A lot of gender and age type of indicators that we looked at there. This is stuff that's not updated quite as frequently. It's semi-annual, it's annual, sometimes it's occasional. And again, same as the economic indicators dashboard, it takes you right where you need to go, provides you a little bit of value add. And again, working with the digital transformation team to get there. Again, less frequent. What I would note with any of these dashboards as well, and I'll get to this one in a second here, is in terms of turnaround time and when we actually highlight these things, StatsCan comes out with labor force survey, for example. 9:30 Friday morning, first Friday of the month. Before lunch, that dashboard is up to date. The well-being indicators, because it's less frequent, maybe we miss it a day here or there sort of thing. Every now and then, StatsCan goes sideways on us a little bit, take it a little bit longer. Again, another output from COVID, and again, this is my deputy minister, the one-line email. You've got 6 indicators that we need to kind of put out there for people to see. What would you look at? This is what we did, but what we also did as well is like, how are we doing compared to other provinces and whatnot? This is a case where we built it in Power BI, again, thanks to the digital transformation team to help me get that over the finish line. This is me building something in Power BI. I didn't even know Power BI heading into this. This one here really allowed us to do a little bit more interactivity and kind of building it from there. So you can take a look at employment by age, by gender, and look at it over time. And again, it's quite fascinating when you see that drop in employment. And I know I was 2 weeks into, not even 2 weeks into the pandemic, and I was asked how many jobs have we lost, and it wasn't really appreciated when I said, wait 2 months and I'll tell you what we were. But anyway, had to figure it out, and again, that's kind of the order of magnitude of change, and economists in our models, we don't like that. I guess just to wrap up, and I know I'm almost there, basically there's some links to where you can find that information. Certainly a future state. I'd love to be able to do more of this type of stuff. Dave, I'm looking at you. So if I get nothing more out of this conference other than I'm able to kind of go to the digital transformation team and Dave and whoever else and build out more of this stuff and be more efficient with the handling of our data and whatnot, to do more stuff, to get more data out there in the hands of New Brunswickers, that's exactly where I would want to go. By all means, check it out. You can also, on there's a link to, you want to send us an email, statnb@gnb.ca. Love to hear from you. Thank you very much.